You're probably wondering, why am I wearing this suit? And no, it's not for dramatic effect, because you guys saw us driving the car around. We burned those clothes. That's how nasty the inside of this car is. Put the car in the driveway, take all of the interior out. We're talking about door cards, center console trim, seats, everything. Let me just walk you through some of the stuff we have here. So we have a bunch of microfiber towels. We got WeatherTech floor mats because this car will be seeing the snow. And then we have a lot of Adams polishing stuff. We got the star of the show. We got this extractor, and it's a steam extractor too. So hopefully this will be able to suck out all the nasty stains that are in the seat. And of course, I got a new cabin air filter. There's a lot to do here. I can't just keep putting it off. I think it's time to get to it. One thing that I do want to mention too, you guys probably see some speakers here. So I will be driving this car a lot. This is going to be my daily driver. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a nicer place to be.
Thanks to Adams for sending us some stuff to clean this nasty car.
It sounds so good. I love the way this thing sounds. It sounds so powerful.
The goal of this episode is to not only clean the inside of this car and make it a nicer place to be, but to also make it a good daily driver. We got a head unit for the car, we got door speakers. Overall, it's going to be a nice place to sit on long drives.
Car sounds so good. I love it. All right. We got everything set up. We got our microfiber towels, assortment tools. We got a 14 mil. We got screwdrivers, trim removal tools. I got a blanket set up here for some of the trim. So these cars are pretty easy to remove the trim. You literally pop out a lot of the stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start taking whatever I can out, and I think I'm gonna start with the back seat. So let's go and do that. I think that's a 12 mil. Questionable stains on the carpet here. Don't know what this is. Don't want to touch it. Oh, as I touch it. All right, nasty stains right here. These are the suspicious stains.
And now it's time to start by taking everything out of the interior first.
Well, would you look at that? Look what I found in the back seat of the car. WRX Keep Dreaming shirt, available now in our shop. All right. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna keep pulling stuff out. I think this is the key that we found in episode 2 of this car. Automotive archaeology. You think this is the key to us? You think this is the key to a house? When we were doing the compression test, and it's just been sitting back here. So I have no idea what this key opens, but I'm gonna have to get in touch with the previous owner about that one. It's pretty beat up right here, and right here. And if I'm being honest with you, that stuff bothers me a lot. So even though we're going to clean it and get it all nice, we will most likely be changing the carpet in the future. I've never done it before, but there's a lot of stuff that I've never done that I'm doing to this car. So we'll figure it out. But for now, we're going to just clean it the best we can and put some WeatherTechs over it and prevent it from getting worse. Remember those seats? This human slime seats. Oh man, I really hope this cleans up. There's stains everywhere. So what I'm going to end up doing is we're going to get the rear seats out first, so it's a little easier. Just like that. And it's just two 12 mils that are right here. Just like that. So get this out. It has some kind of burn back here. Might have to find a replacement base. It's ripped right here too. Whatever. We'll do our best to clean it. A little bit of dog hair, whatever this is. Some packaging stuff. So, a lot of dog hair. Is this human hair? No, it's dog hair. Oh. Whoops. Hey. Come on. Can I get a little assistance camera person? It's hooked on the bottom. It's hooked on the bottom. Thank you. We got the rear seats out. We got the floor mats out. Those were so hard to take out. And now I think it's time to take out the seats. There we go. And you know what I found? Looks like we got an ancient French fry I got a refund on the car. Check this out. Look at all this. We got 25, 50, 55, 65. Oh, there's another diamond here. 65, 75, 78. We got 83 cents right here. Oh, wait, hold on. There's another one. Got. Oh, wait. That's really sticky. Ew. Ew. That's like just sticking to my thumb. 93 cents. Wow. Almost got $1 back on the car. And whatever this is. I think this is a Cheeto. A little Cheeto puff right here. That's disgusting. I'm just going to leave that right there. Look at this French fry. Though, like, dude. That's definitely human hair and dog hair. Ugh. This is nasty over here. I'm glad we're taking the seats out. Ew. It's a Band-Aid. Whatever that is. I think this is for your sunglasses. A little thing that sits on your face. Oh, there's no money in here. Yeah, these things are absolutely disgusting. Like, dude. There we go. There we go. We found more money. For anybody who's keeping count, comment below. Let me know how much money I have so far. We are going to loosen the 2 Phillips that are in here. That bolted this, that was loose. You know, I know a lot of people have issues with Subaru interiors from rattling and squeaking, but I'm surprised, knock on wood, somewhere, that they don't rattle more. Like my old Subaru, like my 04 didn't rattle. Or doesn't rattle. My Forester didn't rattle. Now that I said that, it's going to. Okay, shift knob out.
Subaru interiors on these older cars actually come out really easily. Most of the trim just pops out, and some of the pieces are held in with a couple of screws.
There's a convenient cup holder right here. I don't know if this will show up on the camera, but look how nasty these cup holders are. Like, no one has ever wiped this down, ever. I've been waiting for so long to do this, and no offense to anybody that has this, like, this is their company, but I'm just wanting to take this stuff off. So it's not my thing. This one, I don't think is gonna come off. This is like, I guess he's gonna be out here for a little bit longer. So anyways, we'll get back to that in a second. You just press this in. Actually, don't do that to this because that's soft plastic. Come on. There we go. That's out, and then check for any other connectors. I don't think there are any. Cool, so we got the... Yeah. Ew, dude. What is this? This is lint? Look at how much there is down here. God. You know, my 04 STi wasn't really dirty. The previous owner was a friend of mine, and he kept it pretty clean. I did take it apart because I put a sound system in it, because 04s, believe it or not, didn't have any speakers or anything from the factory. So that was a cool learning curve to learn all that stuff for the first time. This car, we're not going as extreme because I actually need the trunk space, so no sub. What we're going to end up doing is changing the door speakers and maybe get an amp eventually. I know I want a head unit for sure because, you know, as much as I love this 6 CD changer disc MP3 WMA, my phone doesn't have a 3.5 millimeter jack. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to get a head unit, probably get CarPlay, Android Auto, all that stuff in here. Is now free. And there you go. There comes your center console. Okay, let's go take some of this stuff inside. Treat this stuff with a lot of delicacy because it's getting harder and harder to find. And if you do end up finding a part out, it's going to be in a different state, and people don't like shipping this stuff because it's so flimsy, it could break. But we're going to get all the rest of the trim out, and then we're going to get the seats out. What I'm going to do is take the door cards out so I have somewhere to sit. It'll be a lot easier. And I'm really curious to know if this car has aftermarket speakers and what's going on underneath the panels. I don't want to break this. You have to be careful. And this holds the switch panel on. Tool. Okay, cool. We got it out. We didn't break anything. But man, these things are so annoying to deal with. Because if you can see, these little tabs, they latch on to the bracket right here, and you need to pop them off. But this is pretty sturdy, so this stuff shouldn't break. And you know what's cool? I don't know if you guys can see, but look, it says Nissan. These cars have Nissan switches and Nissan differentials and Mitsubishi sensors and Mitsubishi turbos. We're not so different after all, are we? All right. Factory speaker with the insulation and everything. Okay. Cool. That's actually really nice. It has all of its clips. Nothing's broken. Wow. It's actually pretty nice. It needs to be cleaned. Hey, more money. It looks untouched. Nobody's messed with this. This is probably the first time this panel, or this door panel and insulation has seen a person since 2006 when this car was made. Instead of just constantly taking away from the car, we're finally going to add something to the car. But for that, we have to open a package.
We got a special delivery all the way from New Jersey.
So we got a cool package from my buddy in New Jersey, Noah from Broken Motorsports. He has a huge stash of these cars, or did. And I was having some problems with the sun visors on the car. For the first time, I used them, and all I felt was the broken foam that's in it. And what I ended up doing was I looked everywhere, and I couldn't find a set of nicer ones, which I'll show you guys what I got in a second. But Noah had some, and he put them in a box and shipped them over to me. Shout out to Noah for sending these over. These are sun visors that are off of a better car than mine. I got these not because they have the reverse magnet, is because these are made of vinyl. So these retain their integrity longer than the foam ones. 2002 to 2004 WRX and 2004 STi. My 04 STi has these, and that's how I knew this is what I needed to get. And now it's not, broken up inside. So that's really cool.
It's crazy to think that a little detail like this can actually go a long way to make the car a better place to be.
Okay, so putting this in is super easy. These, and then we put a little bit of grease on there. Look at that, they fit perfect. And they're not collapsed anymore either. And a little mirror. Hi. These are the speakers that we're going to be putting in the car. These came out of the Forester. These were in the back doors. These are 6.5-inch speakers with a little decibel booster right here. And we're replacing the tweeters there too. So hopefully they sound good. I know somebody in the comments is going to say, you're doing it wrong. You need a woofer. You don't need this and that. But this is what we have. So this is what we're going to use. I'm surprised these factory speakers actually didn't sound too bad. And it's just completely collapsed. It still works. It doesn't sound bad.
If you like music, swapping speakers out for newer ones goes a really long way. With that not done, it was time to move on to the seats.
I have hope that these will clean up. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below, because look at the nastiness of these seats. And then from this angle, I can see all the nastiness on that seat. Man, it's bad. It's bad. Let's see what we can do. I don't know how to get this out.
Just because you don't know how to do something doesn't mean that you shouldn't. So I figured out a way to get the seats out, but before we had to disconnect the airbag sensor.
So to get these out safely, and I don't want anything exploding, I'm going to get a 10 mil and disconnect the battery really quick.
You have to be really careful with removing your seats. It's really frustrating because they're really heavy and awkward to hold, and they can potentially damage your interior and your paint if you hold them the wrong way.
And you guys will notice that I ditched the hazmat suit, and that's because it fell apart. So yeah, I bent over and it went so out of the driver's seat, but it looks like both of them shot themselves in the seat. But we got the seats out. The interior is almost all stripped. But before we start cleaning this, there's one thing that I want to check out first. I'm going to pull the glove box out of the car, and we're going to see what the cabin air filter looks like. So let's go ahead and do that.
Accessing the cabin air filter in this car isn't hard, it's just annoying. You have to remove the glove box first.
And here we go. Oh man. Okay. Ah man. Oh, wow. Dude. So this is the underside, right? This is pretty clean, but man, look at that. Oh, man. Dude. And this is what you breathe in if you don't change it. This is disgusting. Like, let me get the new one to show you guys. This is the difference between a brand new filter and a really dirty filter. Oh, actually, airflow. There we go. This way. Wow. I'll show you how much stuff is in here. Look at that. You're breathing all of that stuff in. That's insane. Like, this is so nasty.
With the new cabin air filter installed, we started vacuuming the inside of the car. You know, I never understood how people can let the insides of their cars get this nasty, especially a car like this. This is an enthusiast car, right? You would think people would take care of these cars more.
You know, now that I've been vacuuming the car and cleaning it up a little bit, the right side looks really good. The left side, though, I can see the driver's side, obviously, which would make sense to have the most wear. There are really big stains right here, right by the transmission tunnel, and right down here. And these lines right here, they look like they're about to give and rip, just like this part down here.
I wrapped up the day by vacuuming the rest of the inside of the car.
We got all the interior out of the car, and my plan now is to start with the plastics. So what I'm going to do is I set up this table. We're going to start putting different pieces that we're going to be cleaning. I want to start with a couple of the bigger pieces, like the center console. What I'm going to be using to clean this stuff up is obviously just some generic microfiber towels we got at Costco. I'm going to use the enzymatic cleaner. Now, this is something really interesting. This says that it kills things that are like living, like bacteria and stuff. If I read that description correctly on Adams, like everything looks like that. Everything. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to soak kind of everything down. And you know what? Don't do this in the sun. And I know there's some people out there that are like, oh no, you're doing it like that. You're supposed to do it that way. I've cleaned my cars this way for a while. Not like this, not to this extreme. I've never had a car this disgusting before, but we're inside, we're indoors. It's a cool day, so nothing's hot. So it's just, ew. There's a hair that just came off of that. Stuff turning brown. Like, look. You guys see that? That's all coming off of this. That's disgusting. Like, look at this, like, pube, dog hair, human hair covered, like, screw. That's disgusting. Yep, that's how gross it is. And that's only a little bit of it. If you want to do anything to your car, I always say maintenance. Always do maintenance first before you do mods. But, you know, I think there might be something else on the list. Disinfect the inside of your car. Bond it to the plastic. This stuff smells pretty good. Vanilla spice? It actually smells really good. And for those of you that are gonna go to the comments and tell me that, oh yeah, old cars just get this way, they get this dirty, they get like that. I've had my 04 STi for 6 years now, and it is not this dirty. How do I know? It's because my stupid stereo isn't working, and I keep having to pull this stuff out and to check it, and it doesn't look like what this car looks like. And that car is from 2003, so.
We gave all the interior trim a really good scrub, and that took the rest of the day to finish.
So like right here, it's kind of pitted, but don't worry, because we have a plan for that. But we noticed something even funnier, because these are the last two pieces we were wiping down. And you can see that, right? Like, we cleaned the inside of it, we cleaned the back side of it, all of that stuff. Once we set it down like this and the glove box closed, we noticed there's a brand new toothbrush in there. I don't know how that got there, but let me see let me see if I can get it out. Hey, look at that, we got it out. And it looks like it was brand new. It was sealed, and then me pulling it out kind of ripped it, but look at that, brand new toothbrush. Where was this a few minutes ago when I could have used it to scrub down some of the panels? Toothbrushes are actually really helpful. Now it's time to finally get to the seats. We're going to vacuum the seats down, both of them, the rails on the sides, and like this stuff right here, get all that stuff cleaned up. Use the Adams extractor extractor with hot water and steam. So we're going to steam it. And there's probably another method to clean these seats that's a little bit more gentle, but these seats are so nasty. They're like, the that's in here has like soaked so deep down that I think the extractor is the only thing that's going to help us here in a timely manner. I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna get our new toothbrush and start.
Not only are these seats disgustingly stained, there's bits of dirt, chips, whatever in all the little cracks, so we decided to hit it with the vacuum first. And this is where we're going to call it for this episode. In the next episode of Keep Dreaming Garage.
This thing is so nasty. I have to wear, it's like hazmat suit.